minute about opportunity. You know, as a group, we have a historic opportunity to successfully serve the people of Austin and collectively tackle the tough problems we face as a growing city. I'm a South Austinite and proud of it, and I'm honored to be a voice for District 5 in South Austin. I kicked off my campaign at the Broken Spoke, which for those of you who may know, it's a South Austin landmark that represents what's old, what's real, and what we love about our city. A place that's now surrounded by what is new and changing on a street south of Lamar that's in transition. So I kicked off my campaign there because our city is in transition from a quiet place I moved to in 1973 to the 11th largest city in the country. So we're a big city, and today we have an opportunity to work together as a new government in a climate of change, to bring together all parts of Austin to protect what we love and make this a better place for everyone. We have a chance to take on some really tough problems that we all heard about, that I heard about from the people of District 5, and we all heard about throughout the city. Problems that we pledged that we would do our best to solve. Invest in our neighborhoods, make sure that people can afford to live here, and be healthy, safe, and prosperous. So, let's start now. We heard you when you told us we needed to improve public engagement and customer service. We heard you when you said to make city council meetings work better for the citizens of Austin. And on Thursday, this coming Thursday, we will ask you for your thoughts on proposed changes to the council meetings and committees to make these changes a reality. Changes that we need as a council to have greater opportunity to tackle major problems and to give the public a greater opportunity for meaningful engagement earlier in the process and before decisions are made. So thank you again for sharing this evening with us. I'm so proud and honored to sit here with my new colleagues and the wonderful staff of the City of Austin. I promise to listen and work for the people of South Austin and our community to help us all make a better future for Austin. So thank you for putting your trust in me, and let's get to work.
Councilmember Zimmerman.
Well, I need to start my comments a little bit differently. I've been here in 15 years in Austin. For my political friends and my political adversaries, you will both recognize when I say I have to give thanks to the hand of Providence, because without that I wouldn't be here. So I'd like to start with that. I also really appreciate, as the other council members have said, we are all very excited that you voted for 10-1. We're very excited about that. And I'm excited and very happy, and I'm very grateful to the voters of District 6 that have trusted me with this position to serve. We had a lot of donors, volunteers, campaign staff, somewhere around 50 people helping. I just want to recognize two people here. My mom, Billy Zimmerman from San Antonio. Did she make it here? There she is. My mom got me started in politics in San Antonio with the Barry Goldwater campaign in 1964. And she is a Daughters of the Republic of Texas member and got me started at the Alamo. So I'd also like to recognize my wife, Jennifer Zimmerman. There's Jennifer. Without Jennifer, I would also not be sitting here. So thank you very much. Very, very excited about all this. I want to echo the thoughts of the other council members. We're all excited to get to work, but I'd especially like to call out the fantastic work of Mayor Adler. He has really organized us well. He's had some meetings to get to know us. I'm really excited about his leadership, and I think he's going to be our point man for effecting all the change that you want, and I want to congratulate him and support the early efforts he makes in reforming the way we do meetings. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Mayor, I am very honored and thrilled to have been elected and I work hard to serve the residents of District 7 as well as all of Austin. This is a very exciting time for the city, and I look forward to facing the challenges of a new system of representation. As has been mentioned, the new council intends to try things in new and different ways. And our first efforts aside from how you see us arrayed up here this evening, has been working on new systems and workflow, and it has been accomplished with the consensus of us all. We look forward to having public input on the concepts that we will roll out later this week, so stay tuned for more and please do weigh in. There are many people I'd like to thank. First, I am so grateful to the residents of District 7 who have chosen me to represent them. My door will always be open, and I look forward to working on issues big and small with you. I need to thank my family. My amazing partner, Will Grover, who was at first reluctant, but later, one of my biggest supporters. Emily, who watched the campaign from far away, but is here with us tonight, all the way from New York City. Thank you. Rhonda and David Grover, who live in District 7 and were responsible for some of the sign planting throughout Allendale. Thanks to my stellar political consultants, Matt Hirsch and Jeff Smith. Their contributions were so valuable and truly selfless, I wouldn't be here today without their wisdom and guidance. We've all known each other a long time, and it was Matt's and Jeff's belief in me that kept me going and kept us all focused on the things that matter, so I thank you. I also would like to thank two future voters, Alex Hirsch and Avery Hirsch, for their hard work and tremendous contributions to my mail program. Watching them work on my campaign proves that there's really no age requirement for being an active and engaged citizen. Thank you, Alex. Who led an incredible field program and brought so much energy and spirit to the campaign, from the sweaty heat of August to the cold of December when my canvassers were freezing for a reason. Joe's commitment to my campaign made the difference. I thank you, Joe. Thanks to Baby Smith, who I've known for a long time and am so excited has agreed to join my staff, along with Katie Halloran, who brings strong credentials in neighborhood planning and is president of her neighborhood association. And Leslie Heathcox, who many of you know worked with Councilmember Laura Morrison and who brings a strong element of continuity to this new effort. Thanks to Heidi Gibbons for her many contributions to the campaign. There's really no one better than Heidi to organize the event and get things done. Thanks to Sarah Spites for the many hours she spent driving me to forums, what she, I believe, affectionately referred to as driving Miss Leslie. Thanks to Bridget Shea, now County Commissioner Precinct 2 Shea, and to Barbara Rush for their encouragement and steadfast support. And a very special thank you to Laura Morrison for her guidance and insights early on and throughout the campaign, even while she was working full-time on the many complex issues that come before council. Her expertise, intuition, and strong leadership will be missed. But I do have her cell phone number, and I'd like to use it. Thank you, Laura. I'm sure I'm missing some, but please know I appreciate all that everyone has done to make it possible for me to win election and now to be before you to serve as the first representative of Austin City Council, District 7. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone for being here and being a part of this historic evening. We have been entrusted with a monumental responsibility. We're here because the people of Austin recognize that we desperately needed reform in our city governance, making way for the geographic representation that you see here tonight. Because of this transformation, the expectations that have been set for this city council are higher than ever before. I've committed to bringing accountable, responsible, and affordable governments to Austin, and all of our constituents are looking to us to make Austin a better place to live. So now it's time for us to meet and surpass those expectations. This is an unprecedented opportunity for us to not only make impactful policy changes, but also significant reforms to our process. We've wasted no time getting to work, as others have alluded to improve the accessibility and efficiency of city government while allowing for more thoughtful policy discussions. I want to say thank you to my wonderful family, especially my loving husband and my amazing parents, as well as all the other friends, mentors, and supporters who've been with me every step of the way. To my fellow council members, I'm honored to work alongside you, and I'm looking so forward to everything that we're going to accomplish together. And most importantly, to the residents of District 8. When I'm asked what I hope to accomplish during my term in office, I have quite a long list of policy priorities, but at the end of the day, the most important thing to me is being a true servant leader. I never want to forget that I work for you. I'm never going to forget that the most important part of my day is listening to and responding to your ideas and concerns. And I will never lose hope that together we will shape a better future for Austin. Thank you.
Thank you. What an incredible evening. It's so great to see all of you here, and I want to thank you for being here to support all of us, whether you're here in the chambers or watching from another location. At the 2011 City Council inauguration, Pastor Paul Escamilla spoke in his invocation of the complex nature of civic leadership. And he described, quote, the inevitable tension between one worthy cause and another, between wants and necessities, between the popular and the prudent, between immediate needs and the long-term good. And that daunting task, that weighty responsibility, as he aptly explained, is lightened because so many others stand with us and labor alongside us. And so thank you. As I look around, I see so many who are here, not just to support, but also thank you for your willingness to labor alongside us as we go forward in this really historic time for our city. Tonight, as we embark on that really significant step, I'd like to just begin by thanking the outgoing council, my colleagues, my friends. I've learned so much from each one of you, and I just want to add my thanks on behalf of the City of Austin for all that you've done. Austin is a better place for your service, so thank you. And tonight, it's with great excitement that I stand alongside an amazing group of new colleagues and prepare to serve on this historic council. I'm looking forward to working with each one of you as we build on a strong foundation and together craft a system that really expands the public's role in the decisions that take place within these walls. And together we've already started on re-envisioning City Hall processes, and the plans hold great promise, so thank you all. We have an unprecedented opportunity before us to change the way we work, both here at City Hall and with our partners across the community. The challenges we're facing in our city are great, among them rising poverty rates, rapidly escalating housing costs, drought, climate change, an ever-widening gap between the richest in our community and the poorest. And so there's no doubt we have some hard challenges, we have some tough discussions ahead about how to fix those challenges. It's going to require much collaboration, not just among the elected leaders here in this room and across our community, but as importantly with you, our community members. So please stay with us, help us develop those innovative ideas, the solutions, the next steps and strategies. We require your thoughtful and ongoing participation. I want to extend my thanks to several groups of people. First, to my campaign team, who work very hard for long hours, to my campaign consultants who are dynamite and wholly committed to making sure that this city is a great city, so thank you. To all the volunteers and friends and supporters who spent time helping me succeed in my campaign.
I want to thank our staff and our management here at the city. We work hard and long hours, and we all appreciate it. And I want to thank my fabulous council staff for all the work that they do on behalf of people in Austin. And then I'd like to also thank my family. My partner, Tom Hurt, for all of his love and support. I wouldn't be here without him. I want to also thank my daughters, Cholie and Ella Zhao, who are here this evening. I want to say that Cholie and Ella Zhao are not just some of my biggest fans, they're often some of my most vocal constituents, because they're non-voting constituents. And they often speak out on lots of different city issues, ranging from the fact that they believe the city library should be open longer hours, they think the pools close when it's still way too hot outside, and also when they see people sleeping on benches. They always remind me that people in this city, there are lots of people in this city who need homes. So thank you, girls, for all of your support. And I'd like to close by thanking the voters of District 9. Thank you for your confidence in my leadership and your confidence in my ability to balance the needs of District 9 and the diverse households within its boundaries, while also staying focused on what's best for the whole city. So thank you, congratulations to my colleagues. I sure look forward to the adventure before us.
Councilmember Gallo.
Thank you, Mayor. I am so honored to be here tonight to represent District 10 and to work towards making Austin a better place to live, work, and raise our families for all of the citizens here. But I fully realize that I would not be sitting up here without the efforts of an amazing, hardworking group of people, my campaign volunteers, the very early and brave endorsements of 3 former Austin mayors, Ron Mullen, Bruce Todd, and Lee Cook, who are here this evening. Thank you, gentlemen. Equally important was we had a great group of candidates in the District 10 race, and in the runoff, I was blessed to be endorsed by 4 of those candidates. They are here this evening: Margie Burciaga, Tina Cannon, Matt Lamon, and Bill Worsham, who I think is coaching basketball, so he's represented by Sweet White Flory. Thank you. And I could not forget the support of my amazing and very extended family, for any of you that know me. My wonderful husband, Bill Hudspeth, my 2 great kids, Anthony and Cassie, my stepdaughters, Jenny and Ann, my extended cousins, aunts, my sister Mimi, my brothers Ryan and Chris, so many people that have been so very helpful, all of the spouses of all the relatives. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Truly, I'm here because of all of you. Last, my stepmother, Linda Perry, who was just amazing and my campaign manager. But most of all, I am here because of the influence of my father, Edgar Perry. Could you stand that down, please? He taught me by his influence and actions that public service is the rent that you pay to live in a community. I've learned that, I've learned it well, but it was because of his influence, and I thank him for that. So it is indeed an honor to be part of this historic night tonight, to be a part of this wonderful group of people that is going to lead Austin in a new way, in a challenged new way, but with lots of participation from residents all over this city for once. But there's another historic event tonight that's really important to me. My dad, who you just saw, served on the Austin City Council as Mayor Pro Tem over 50 years ago. And it's the first time in the history of Austin that a and daughter have both served on the Austin City Council. And my pledge is to serve the citizens as well as he served the citizens over 50 years ago. And I thank everyone for the opportunity to be able to do that. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Before I say a couple words, I want to start by recognizing the mayor, former pro tem mayor, John Trevino is in the room. We need to recognize his service as well. Mayor Trevino, are you in the room? Would you stand, please? And Mayor, I wanted to begin by thanking you for the advice and counsel that you have shown me as I have tried to get ready to follow in your footsteps, which are great. You have left this city in so many ways, in so many wonderful places. I appreciate your service, and personally, I appreciate your help and support. Mayor, thank you. City Manager Mark, I want to thank you and your staff as well. I recognize that as a big bunch of new kids coming on the block here, we have tested your patience as well as your willingness to support and help us explore new ways to approach and handle deliberations, and that you are helping us and supporting us as we effect change is something that I want you to know this whole group appreciates and thanks you for. You know, the excitement in this city and in this room is palpable, and the expectations are high. And on this dais, the sense of responsibility is felt, and it is real. Diane and I, my wife, Diane and I, we love this city, and we feel so lucky to be here. Everywhere you go in the world, when you say you're from Austin, it means something. It means creativity, it means openness, it means vibrant culture and a beautiful environment. And more, it means to people around the world opportunity. And even though, and perhaps because we love this city, we know we must address our challenges. We are experiencing the stresses of growth every day. Whether we're sitting in traffic, or whether we're struggling to pay rent or property taxes, or watching our neighborhoods change before our eyes. We've got to protect our air, and we have to protect our water and the people and culture that made our city unique. We need to promote we need to promote affordability, and we need to ensure that we are creating better paying jobs for the people who live here. Because we can't let the story of Austin be a tale of two cities. We enjoy one of the most prosperous economies in the nation, but nearly half the minority children in our city are living in poverty. We are losing people and whole communities, and with that we are losing our city's soul. And if we're going to successfully tackle these challenges, we have got to understand each other better. Because you see differently challenges like gentrification and economic disparity, depending on who you are and where you live. And too often we've let our differences define us, and we've let those divisions hold us back. Yes, we face daunting challenges. But we also have an extraordinary opportunity if we move forward in a new way. Austin's growth can enrich our communities and our culture. It can help us solve problems. And we can become one of the world's great and growing cities. All growing cities have growing pains. But few of those cities have the resources that Austin enjoys. We have a world-leading economy and an entrepreneurial spirit. Our citizens are creative, involved, invested, and courageous. We design and invent cool things. We take on hard problems and we solve them. Austin can become the civic innovation capital of the world because together we will come up with new and effective ways to manage our growth so it doesn't manage us, and to be sure that it benefits all in our communities. Now, Austinites have plenty of good ideas. We just need to find the ideas that we can own together, and we need to make it happen. To move forward in this new way, we need all points of view. And that's why this city owes such a debt of gratitude to Mayor Leffingwell and the previous council. And so many citizens, many in this room, have worked so long and so hard to create this new 10-1 system. Today is the day that 10-1 begins. And this is what it looks like. These are your new leaders. Now, some of these people that are sitting up here with me today, I have known for years. And some of them I have met during the course of the campaign. I've gotten to know and respect each of them. Each of them has incredibly impressive skills. Each of them inspires me. And each of them sees Austin and its challenges from a different angle. Today they represent much of what makes Austin special. The people that you see on this dais today, more than ever before, represent the cultural and geographic and economic and political diversity of our great city. I'm hoping that you see yourself on this dais. And if you don't, rest assured that we're going to make sure that you're sitting at the table with us, together, as we shape our city's future. The only way that we're going to get the community will to do big things is to see Austin from each other's perspective, because that's where our best ideas are going to come from. And it's in that spirit that we're going to join and work together with the city manager and the great people on the city staff. To move forward in a new way, we must be proactive, thoughtful, and deliberative. We've got a plan for the long term, even as we are moving forward quickly. That's why we've already come together to propose a new way to involve our community in decision-making at City Hall. New, more effective ways to hear your ideas and opinions. With the new committee council structure that you'll be hearing about later in the week that we would like the community to consider, there's going to be more meaningful impact on proposals that come before council earlier, more opportunities to weigh in, maybe even online, maybe even at your convenience. Council business will be more transparent and easier to follow, and because we're all working better together, you won't have to be at City Hall at 3 o'clock in the morning. Skeptics have said that this council can't do anything about traffic, that we can't do anything about inequality, that we can't do anything about the permitting process in this city or affordability. They've said this council cannot come together to tackle our biggest challenges. And I disagree. Yes. We face daunting challenges. These voices have also said that we couldn't come together around real changes in city government. But this week, we're going to present a proposal to you to consider that does just that. You can already see this council is coming together for the work ahead. This council begins with mutual respect and a real sense of affection, I think. and a commitment to share, commitment to change this community for the better. We begin with a shared sense of responsibility to show what real collaboration looks like. We believe and trust that this will lead to better decisions and to an even better city. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change how our city works.